looks like this. We have four sets of it. Let's see where we are going. 10. The first station there is 10 double unders or 15 single skips if you have a rope. If not, we're gonna do the line hops side to side, just like we were gonna do in the workout if we don't have a jump rope. So we'll go, let's just say 15 of those. So if you find like a line on your carpet, or it could just be an imaginary line, but we're just gonna jump lateral. And it doesn't have to be big jumps. Think about like when you jump rope, you don't really need to jump very high, so it's kind of similar. And jumping over and back is gonna be counted as one. So we'll just do 15 of those. And then we're gonna go 30-second wall sit, 5 push-ups and 10 air squats. I think that's it. If we don't have somewhere to do a wall sit, we could just do like a hold a active squat position, like the bottom of an air squat position there for 30 seconds. And 5 push-ups. Yeah, 10 air squats. So pretty simple there. We'll work through those 4 rounds. We have a 20-minute AMRAP, and then we do have some leg and glute work at the end today. So it's going to be action-packed, guys. So I'll give you all a minute to grab what you need. Let's talk about the workout piece here, the main part. 25th one, guys. It seems like it's been a while. So let's see, 20-minute AMRAP today. Today's all meant to be body weight, except for the jump rope part, I guess. Well, that's still body weight. Oh, sorry, Daniel's still going. I'll wait for a second there. You're good? Okay. Let's see. So we're gonna do a lot of squats today. 40 to start out each set. Actually, I'm gonna switch the screen real quick just for the recording for later, so they could see me a little bit better. Okay, so yeah, 40 squats to kick off each round. So obviously, pretty big number there. This will be good for your squat challenge if anyone's doing the 1,000 squats a week. I finished mine last night at like 7:45 or something like that. So it was kind of hard. But anywho, so, just thinking of a pace where you could kind of just work through those, keep breathing through them, and make each rep high quality. So we just want to really focus on just making sure that we're getting all the way down in each squat, standing tall. I know that we can't obviously squat barbells right now, but we can still develop our positions with all these air squats. So we could get stronger, we could get better positions. Think about like your core too when you're doing your squats. We don't want to be like overextending our back. We just want to be kind of tight here, almost like a hollow body sort of, where we're making sure we're keeping the ribs down. And then we're going to go into, we have a couple options here, 10 strict handstand push-ups, which could be very challenging in a home for a couple of reasons. One is I don't recommend wearing any shoes if you're going to kick up to a wall, because you're going to get marks and possibly punch a hole in your wall. The other thing is, if you do kick up to sheetrock, I've done it before, you just got to be very controlled so that you don't go flying in and smack a hole into your wall. And if you don't have anywhere to do handstand push-ups in your house, a couple different options. One is we could do, let's see, I have a bench over here. I think you could see it there. We could do like some kind of inverted push-up. So I could use a bench. I could even put my knees up on a couch or chair, possibly. And what we want to do is, just like when we would be in the gym with the box, we want to walk ourselves kind of towards the bench and try to get our torso as vertical as we can. But the big thing here is making sure that our hands are in front of our face at the bottom and our head is just touching the top of our head on the ground. And then when I press, I drive my head through, kind of like when we do a strict press or something, you want to get your head through the window. So I'll try to show you a couple of reps to this bench here. So I'll put my knees up on the bench, and then I want to walk myself in, tucking my chin, touching the top of my head, and then press up and through, like so. That's one option there. Another option is we could just simply stand on our feet and kind of do like an inverted push-up like so. So those are some different ways to kind of change up the push-up and to get a little bit more vertical to mimic the handstand push-up. So it says either 10 handstand push-ups or 20 regular push-ups. If like that bench option, like if you normally do handstand push-ups and the bench option doesn't feel super challenging, maybe go for the 20, and that'll get hard sooner than later. Or even do 15, or you can modify as needed. As far as the regular push-up goes, we could do them elevated here, like so. The big thing there is still getting like our chest to the implement we're pushing up to. We want to make sure we're not going like halfway down and then pushing. We want to work those shoulders and everything through that full range of motion. And then we have a very tricky movement that we've done a few times during our quarantine life, the reverse burpee. Have you guys done that one yet? Have you seen it? Okay, I'll show it to you. I'm also honestly not very good at them, so let's see if I can get it. Basically, you kind of like, you might need a yoga mat or a soft area, because you roll up on your back and then you kick your feet down and try to get back on your feet. Or yeah, so I'll just show you a couple reps. Let's see here. So I'm gonna go down, kind of like squat down. I'm gonna rock back, kick back up on my feet, and then stand. It's very tricky. You gotta be like really fast, like bring your feet back. Or you can even use your hands. You can like push your hands on the ground too to kind of help you if you get stuck. I think they're kind of fun. It definitely gets your stomach quite a bit. It's meant to be kind of like a core exercise. So test those out, and you can go ahead and do them. If you feel like they're too tricky or you don't have a spot to do them where it feels very good, we could sub it out for 10 regular burpees or 20 sit-ups. So either option's fine there. Okay, so that's the base. That's like the meat of the workout, and that's what you're gonna count as your rounds and reps. However, there's one little caveat today. Every 2 minutes, starting on the 0, we're gonna stop and work through either 40 double unders or single unders, or 40 line hops. And that's just kind of or it doesn't count towards your score. That's just gonna be the thing that makes it a little more spicy there. And I'll make sure to like give you guys some 30-second, 10-second warnings and stuff like that. I'll pull up the workout here on the screen. Let's see, here we go. Yeah, so right down here where the star is, the asterisk is, you can see the every 2 minutes there. If we don't have like the double under, we could always knock that volume down a little bit to something that we could get done in less than a minute. So we don't want to be spending more than, we definitely want to be spending like 30 to 45 seconds on that, the jumping part there. So you can always test out how many can you do on that first one and maybe make that your number or something like that, or just stop at like 40 seconds. Anywho, ask me questions if you have them.
So Corey, after the jump, 40 line jump, do you go back to the beginning of 40 air squats, or do you continue?
Oh, actually I put it in my notes. I can't remember. Let me look here. You pick up where you left off. That's a good question. Yeah. So if you were like on your 6th handstand push-up and the 2 minutes comes up, you stop, do your double unders, and then you go back to push-up number 7. And you just continue from where you left off. Yeah. Real quick. Okay. Good job on the workout, guys. I'm going to explain this strength work here while you're catching your breath. So the way it goes, let's see. Yeah. Okay. So it's basically 6 total sets, 3 on each side. And we start a new set every 90 seconds. So and what we're doing on each set, and I'll pull it back up on the screen, is you'll need to have like a chair or bench or ottoman or whatever you have. And if you don't, I'll show you a way to do it without. But if you do have an elevated surface, basically we're doing a split squat complex. We're doing it 2 times on the same side. for each window, each 90-second window. So one complex, the idea is to do it with a weight. It could be a backpack or anything you have. This is actually a little too heavy for me, but I'll still do a couple of reps to show you, but I probably need something a little lighter. So I'll do the complex with the weight, and then I'll let go of the weight and do it again without the weight. And then I get to rest, and then on the next 90 seconds, I'll do the same complex, but on the other side. So you're just doing the complex 3 times total on each leg. So the complex goes like this. A split squat, basically you have one foot elevated onto a surface. And in this case, I'm gonna have the dumbbell on my shoulder, just like this, as my weight. You can hold it any way you want. You can hold it here. You can hold it like this. I'm just gonna let it rest here. And then I'm gonna put my left foot up on the bench. And I'm gonna try to keep my torso tall. And the complex goes, you do 7 bottom range split squats first. So bottom range meaning I go all the way to the bottom. And then I'm gonna do 7 reps where I just go slightly above parallel and then back down. So I'll go here, back down, 7 times, right? And then we do 7 top range. So I'll go to the top, and I'm gonna go down till just above parallel, and then back up, just above parallel and back up, and then I'll do 7 full range, all the way down, all the way up. Once I get through that, I'll set the weight on the ground, do the same exact complex with no weight. So it's gonna get your quads quite a bit and your glutes. It's a great little, split squat's a great accessory strength builder. So let me know if you have questions. Oh, if you don't have a surface, I'll show you. We could do a split squat on the ground. So I just kind of set up like if I was gonna do a lunge, I'll hold my weight up here and I'll go to the bottom and I'll do, 7 from the bottom. And that's also a good way to scale it if having the foot up is like too challenging to do. Let me know if you have any questions, guys.
All right, so it's 21 on each side, basically 7 times 3 with the weight, and then on both sides, and then you do it again 7 times 7 or 7 times 3 on both sides without a weight, right? So it's with weight, without weight, both sides.
Well, one set you just do on one side. So you do like the right. If I did the right side for my first round,
Yep.
I do 21 with the weight, 21 without the weight, and then I rest until the next window, and then I do the other side. Yeah, so it's gonna hurt pretty bad, but you get a little rest time, and then you switch sides, so your side will get like a whole, probably 2-minute rest, basically, roughly. I'll pull it back up here. So yeah, it should take us 9 minutes total. It's a little tricky at first, I find, to just find my balance point, kind of. And if you're feeling out of balance, you could try to widen up your stance, or even like either try going wide, like farther away from your bench, or even closer. Just like play with your setup a little bit. And once you find the sweet spot, it works pretty well.